Here we go. Hey, what's going on? Welcome to Financial Fitness Friday. I'm one of your hosts, Dave Bergio, alongside with my man, Jonathan Fodera. Jonathan, how are you? How's everything in Florida? Good to see you there. Tell me, what's good?
Hey, well, thanks, Dave. Yeah, everything's good down here. We got lucky. We missed the brunt of it, but there's a lot of people in Southwest Florida that didn't, and I feel terrible. Uh, I know a lot of contractors personally that are going out to help, which is awesome, because they basically have to rebuild Cape Coral, Sanibel Island, Fort Myers, parts of Sarasota. Like I've never seen anything like this. I wish I could have saw Tampa Bay. Apparently, it sucked out all the water out of Tampa Bay, which
Yeah,
is insane.
Mikey was telling me that. He sent me a picture, and it's wild. I was down there, saw you guys a couple months ago, man, and like see a picture of that with no water in it. I mean, that's mind blowing. That's gonna be wild to see up front, man.
I wish. I still haven't checked on the boat, but I'm sure my boat's fine. Um, oh, what I want to talk to you guys about, obviously, we've been talking about how the economy is, right? How to get ahead, how to start investing. But something that Brad and I touched on a while back, and something we need to touch on today again because it's so important, is budgeting, right? And it
Yep.
doesn't matter if you own a business or you're an individual. Every single month, there's a couple things. If you really want to get on top of your stuff, there's a couple things you need to do. One, you need to kind of budget. What do I mean by that? See what you're bringing in, see what's going out, and then as what's going out, you need to bring it into, hey, these are hard costs, and these are things that we don't need. This is what would you call discretionary, right? And then figure out how much you're saving each month and how much you're investing. All right, because contrary to popular belief, as times get tough, and they're getting tougher and tougher, and it's still gonna be doing this. Like it's still time's just going to get harder yet. Okay. The more that you can invest on the way down, the more money you're going to make when it's all getting back to normal and stabilizing. Right. That's why when you think about a retirement account, you should be maxing that out every month. You should be putting money aside every month in different things, whether it's real estate, digital assets, any of those things. But if you're not actually tracking that on a monthly basis or a quarterly basis, how do you know where you're at? Okay. Think about it. How many things do you guys spend money on that you really don't need? Like me personally, last night I was looking up 1970 Chevelle SS. It's like
I
one
like
of those things I've always wanted to buy myself, right? And I want to set a goal, attach a goal to it, knock that goal out, and buy it. Well, I know based on what's going on, like the price of those cars are probably going to drop a little bit. Plus, I want to research it and actually know what the hell I'm getting myself into and what I should look for and what I shouldn't look for and what I shouldn't look
Mhm.
for, right? But having a goal attached to, performance and things that you do can be very, very, very helpful, right? That's a good way if you are not somebody who is disciplined to stay motivated, right? That's why it's so important to have a vision board. Okay. So what I'm advocating for you guys to do is on a monthly basis or quarterly basis, break down, what you're bringing in and then what you're spending. And then out of what you're spending, what's your rent or mortgage? Okay. What's your car payment? What's your insurance? Those are things that you really can't get around. Then figure out, hey, how much are you spending at Starbucks? How much are you dropping on out to eat? Audit your life on a monthly basis to see where you can make some changes. If you can cut out, let's say, $300 a month in discretionary spending and then put that into investments, man, that'll change your life, not in a month or even a year, but over the course of 5 years or 10 years, you're going to make massive, massive gains doing that. And guess what? Your business works the same way. Same way. All right. Think about what you spend on your business. Analyze what campaigns are bringing in the most revenue, which aren't. Shut the ones that aren't. Okay. Same thing with investments. If you have a bad investment, I've made a bad investment. Okay. I'm actively trying to get out of it. It happens. Right. Everybody makes mistakes. How quickly do you stay in those mistakes versus how quickly do you make adjustments? Sound like you're gonna say something there, Dave.
No, I was gonna say, hey, no risk, no reward, man. Sometimes you got to make those plays, But yeah, I mean, to go along with that, for somebody coming in, tons of different apps too, and discretionary income. A lot of people don't have discretionary income, at least that we see. Like a lot of credit clients coming in, and not to beat Dave Ramsey over the head, but I think a lot of times now you might want to cut out some of this stuff, or some people might have to. It's crazy and so peculiar to talk about, but the little $5 cup of coffee adding up over time, like, yeah, you and I probably make fun of that kind of stuff, but there are people that are struggling, man, and like that's a big deal. One of these little things, that dumb down a little bit. Hey, what does this add up to over time? How can this help? This one little thing help you? Okay, so what's the next thing that can help you? A cool app that we've utilized. We actually have stuff. I don't know if you have any of this, but we look at some discretionary stuff to see if we can help you get out of debt that you currently have. That's good to get quicker, right?
Yeah.
So cutting down years, cutting down on interest payments, right? So that's something that we look at. And so some simple things too. Some people are still, stuck in the Excel, cool apps like Mint and some other ones that you can budget yourself every single month. You can tie this stuff to your bank accounts or any else. Okay. And it's dumbed down. As long as you have the discipline or build enough of that skill set to look at that, to have the habits to, okay, maybe I do need to really keep to this. Cause you're right. You can't hit a target you can't see. So this stuff's important to write it down, to have a game plan to move forward. Everybody has that. You have it in fitness. You have it when you're growing a business. Should have it in your own personal finance, whether you own a business or you have a job. It doesn't matter, because that's how it works.
Yeah, but life operates on these. These are like laws of nature, right? Yeah. And if you're someone that doesn't have quote unquote discretionary income, if you actually break down what you're spending on a monthly basis, I bet you can find some. The other thing that I strongly suggest doing, okay, because maybe some people aren't in that position like you mentioned, figure out how you can increase the amount of money coming in. Right? So many people are so focused on, one or the other, when in reality, it's you got to focus on both to be as profitable as you can as an individual or as a company or as a government, which we can completely fuck up, but we won't get into that now. All right. Is how the fuck, okay, can I raise my income and lower my expenses? And then as you're doing that, it's real simple. Take the excess and fucking invest it, because that rolls right back around to the front and increases your income. Okay. And having that mindset and doing it over years is huge. I got my son, he's 8, a book on investing, like 101, just so he can start reading. Besides all the Andy and Ed books and the Jocko Willink books, like, because you want to teach him young. Because you know what? At some point, my old ass, I don't want to be doing it. At some point, I'm not going to want to do this stuff anymore. I'm going to have a portfolio of properties. I want my son to be able to run that and build the legacy, right? That's how each one of you guys should be thinking. Last but not least, and this is for my super fucking high level guys, okay? Motherfuckers need to be making a personal financial statement and updating it at least quarterly, if not monthly. That's something that, when I spoke to Brad, it blew his mind. But being and doing as much investing as I do, it's something that you're going to need, right? Because that is all a personal financial statement is the balance sheet of your fucking life.
Yep.
Okay? It takes all your assets, places of value on it. It takes all your liabilities, like all the money that you owe. I keep going off the fucking screen here. Okay? Takes all the liabilities that you owe and brings that down. And then at the end, you can figure out your fucking net worth. And you always want to try to grow that net worth. Right? And doing it is just practicing everything we just went over.
Okay. And obviously you've seen that too, but how important on that personal side, building that, say, if there is something that hits the fan, shit, and then now you have, right, and correct me on this, that if you have that in place, if there does need to be a borrowing time, and if you have all these in place, because I'm sure banks are going to start getting tighter, right? That's pretty important to have that lined up.
Yeah. Well, that's you're only going to use a personal financial statement if it's a large, like an SBA loan, or you do heavy real estate investing. Like I got a $5 million line of credit I use for properties, right? Me and my partner. So they ask us to update that maybe once every 6 months, so we have to do it anyway. But that's the extent of it, right? Because they just want to see, all right, we're going to keep extending these guys credit and raising this line. Well, what's their assets? You know,
Right.
what's their net worth? Because then they know, let's say something happens, we at least have the collateral that they can go after. Not that it would. I mean, we do very well with real estate, but that's one of those things. So, guys, listen. Love the fact that you all here. You all turned out. We're gonna share this. Do us a favor. Share this with someone that needs to hear it. Make sure you set your alarm. It's 10:30 every Friday morning, Financial Fitness Friday. And follow us on YouTube. And if you want to join our coaching program, okay, it's all business and entrepreneurship related. Go to integratedbusinessfinancing.com and you could click the tab for coaching, sign up right there. All right. We go into a lot of different things there. We're building out a great network there, and you have trusted and vetted sources where you can go to for numerous things: payment processing, business financing, business credit, personal credit, marketing, branding, website building, okay, accounting. It's all there. All right. Dave, appreciate you, brother. I'll call you in a minute. Guys, thanks for tuning in.
Thank you all. Be good. Have a great Friday, guys. Kick ass. Till next time.
All right, later.